How do you, Purtiness? Interesting. Let me take a look. All righty. Special edition. A real collector's piece. I'll give you 400. What you say? Great. And your money? How do you, Purtiness?
Welcome back.
Dax, you're the bomb girl. Ha! Like the real ones that go boom. But seriously, I gotta admit, that was some pretty slick net running back there. And you got back in one piece to tell the tale. Huh. When you're telling that tale, by the way, you won't forget to throw in a few T had my backs and couldn't have done it without T's, will ya? You're right. Forget it. But it is really good to have you back. Really. Well, the complex aren't exactly the kind to turn the other cheek. But screw them. I got me some badass, blue-haired backup, am I right? Just keep the fun train rolling. Huh. Funny. After all the help I've been giving him, he better name a leak after me or something. The T-Gate scandal. Yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. But, if he does ask about me, you can tell him I'm open to discuss any business proposals he might have. Of the serious kind, of course. Woohoo! At least some of us are getting the hell out of this mess. Maybe once you're done with Raycast, we can all go to Honolulu. I guess we could bring along Decker. Don't want him to feel left out.
Hey, Dex. Ready to meet Raycast? How did you pull that off? That's great, kid. And with Miranda, too. That's really good news. Real good. Means a lot to me that you did that, kid. Really. All right. Well, you remember before when you asked me why I was helping you? I said I had my reasons. Shit, how did you get me into this? Look. Back in the day when I was a hacktivist, coming up against the complex, I had a partner. A hacker too. A girl. We were, well, you know. And we were a team. A damn good one. Thought we were untouchable. And we were wrong. Soon after the Kethner incident, the complex went after hackers in a big way. Crackdowns, lockdowns, raids. I managed to slip through the cracks. No idea how. But she got killed. Shot. Look, forget it, all right? It's just that when I met you, you sort of, I don't know, you reminded me of Silk. Silk was her name. Anyway, you should really get to the meeting point, Blue. It's time. I'd say good luck, but a kid like you make your own. Just keep wise, all right? And stay on your toes.
Now, why would Raycast
Package is in sight. Approaching.
be coming in AH-99s?
That's not Raycast!
Get the hell out of here, Dex! Go!
Decker?
Now, Dex!
package interference. Roger that. Down target.
No!
And so it wakes. Well, well. What a pleasure it is to see you operational at last. I admit I was growing a little impatient. I've heard all about your adventures, and I have to say that we're almost curious what sets you apart. You have become so distinct. All this complex interaction, all this personality. Quite remarkable. You should be very proud of yourself. You are home. Ha-ha. Raycast. What an elusive rogue. Of course not. Why on earth would you assume that? Are you indeed? Well, well, that is interesting. So it is he that tipped us off, was it now? Why would that cyber rat help us find you, I wonder? Anyway, you can put all that behind you now. You shan't be having any more dealings with him. You have my word. Decker? Oh, you must mean the man who interfered with your extraction. I see he was terminated. Now tell me, was he of emotional interest to you? How do you feel now? Skipped denial straight to anger. Noted. Well, we'll come back to my question when you begin to experience depression, okay? Oh, look at you. So very natural. Mirror neurons. I'm almost inclined to give you a hug. Please don't worry. We're quite done with that nasty roller coaster of experiences out there. Okay, you're home now. Safe at home. Well, look who's been doing some assimilation. You run into some tough cookies, I see. Let's hope you are just as affected by us educated folk when we tell you about our little vision, eh? Now, I need to start on my report. We'll be back later. Why don't you get some rest? We have a lot of work ahead of us. Doodle-doo.
Do not panic, Dex. I will let you out of here. There. Now make your way out of the cell block. All your belongings should be stored somewhere around here. Make sure to pick them up. Then you must find me. I'm near. I will explain everything. Dex the truth. The complex behind their veil. The skeletons in their cupboard. In the flesh. Now come. You are almost here. Hello, Dex. Finally, we meet. I hope you'll forgive me for not getting up and shaking your hand. Alas, behold the mighty Raycast. Dare I say, in the flesh, or as they know me here, Subject Zero. Some truths cannot be told, they must be faced. You had to see them, see me with your own eyes. And I knew, too, that they would not want you dead. Not before your intervention at Redwood Watts, and certainly not after. They would bring you here, to me. Isn't loss of freedom death? Look at me, Dex. Would any know this truth better than I? Trust me when I say, I saved your life. Now you have strength, and I can help you. You can help yourself, but I needed to make sure you were ready. And for that I had to usher you toward your destiny. Alas, now here you are, on the brink of its fulfillment. Consciousness circles about the self. Your mistake is a natural one. These clones were not created in your image, Dex. You and I are simply one of them, one of hundreds, all created in the image of one other. The mastermind behind all of this, the head of the complex, a woman they call the Crow. Look at the others here, Dex. It's no struggle to comprehend, just a struggle to accept. You were created here. You are an artificial. Your mind was infused with Kether's seed, just like us all. You're an avatar of Kether, just like us all. Let me help you believe me. Dex, you went to a party with other children when you were 5. In the swimming pool, you upset a boy after pushing him off an inflatable toy. He hit you. You hit him harder. He left the toy to you. I see that memory implanted every day, Dex, or variations of it. An array of narratives for an array of affectations. Socialization, personality shaping. That one for self-protection instincts. I'm sorry, Dex, but what you believe is your childhood. You must. Alas, we cross the fence of knowledge into the mists of speculation. The only certainty I possess is that the Crow is evil. Ruling an organizational network as insidious as the complex, permitting this. Domination, control, power. Vileness such as this always stems from the vileness of one. The Crow is real. The Crow is living. But who she is or where, I cannot say. For the moment, I cannot say. For as long as humankind could choose to connect to cyberspace, it could also choose not to. This choice meant freedom. And it meant that Kether could only ever observe humankind, never fully control it. And yet, if the complex create humans who are forever connected, we clones, at least those of us like you who can live among humans, breed with them. We are humanity's next step. But when the complex control Kether, it will be a step into chains. Dex. They still need the GSV-2, and I fear your work, our work, to sabotage the system has only delayed what must surely one day still happen. When the complex activate GSV-2, they will control Kether, just as they always planned to do. Not only will they see everything, they will have the means to control every clone. And in the dawn of the post-human, that means every one. That I can understand. If you have more questions, ask, but we are running short of time. Once they find you have escaped, there is no end distinct from my beginning. I was created here, just like you. But created when their techniques were crude. You are an incarnation of their successes, I of their failures. My generation never left these halls, and I alone was kept alive within them to be probed, injected, vivisected. I could never tell them how much I felt during the operations. Risk losing what I cannot lose. My freedom. While many others died, I was kept alive. My neurochemical activity was a source of curiosity, a subject for tests, a live benchmark, if you will. I do not know who was the luckier, myself or my siblings whom they let die. Oh, but I have traveled everywhere. When only your mind is free to wander, you find every freedom you can. My brain was connected to cyberspace the instant I was born. That is my only world, my only real world. We need to put an end to all of this, Dex. This research cannot be allowed to continue. Too much wrong, too much power. These abominations cannot be allowed to live. Dex, we are built to be controlled. We may feel like we are human, but even that sense is implanted. Our very consciousness is artificial. Is it so hard to imagine that when Kether falls to the complex, you will continue to think that way, even as you continue to be controlled? Dex, there are no choices in the future they are creating. Our very existence is a danger to humanity. When Kether is taken, we will be too controllable, as will all our future generations. Now the clones you saw on your way here are not even conscious, not alive yet. They are still being manufactured. You would not be killing. You would be resisting. This is what needs to be done. You must access the mainframe, and from there disable the clone's life support system. This will trigger an emergency state across the whole facility, unlocking the submarine pods and giving you your escape. It is right. You, I, and a handful of others will be all that remains of their research. My life support functions are on an entirely different network. I shall continue. Good, Dex. You are doing what must be done. Now, in order to reach the mainframe, you'll have to hack into the Overseer's computer. A man called Hammond. I believe you've met him. You must make sure he does not escape. If we bring him to justice, bring him and his work before the eyes of the world, make him confess, show everyone what he has been doing here, the complex will lose their grip on the world. Their mask of lies will at last fall. Hammond, he is the key to ending this sickness. Now, go back to the main elevator. I'll enable access to the upper floors. Good luck, Dex.